Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. If you like The Mike Wagner Show and you want to make your own podcast, well, let me tell you about Anchor. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. This edition of The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit PictureThisPhotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is a key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so yours. Who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift for remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift for Grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears will just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit PictureThisPhotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books. Bring your memories back to life. the whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. And don't forget to check out The Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today, and check out The Mike Wagner Show merchandise at themikewagnershow.com. Also on Amazon.com under The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/MeandMolson and check out his books, Missing, Wants, and Wrinkles, and cool merchandise at the Me and Molson Zia store. And don't forget to donate generously to themikewagnershow.com. Also on Anchor FM/support, and also PayPal.com/Mike Wagner voiceover or The Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you do so today. And these two guys are back by popular demand. Of course, he's been on the show a number of times, and he doesn't really need a great introduction. He's a comedian, podcast host. He was in a video with Little J. He also appeared in an AT&T commercial in the XFL. It talked about his comedy ventures, and his partner, by the way, is...
Well, and he's shooting blanks anyway. It doesn't matter. Well, the BS show, we just did number 30 today. That means we did it for 6.5 months. We've done one every week for the last 6.5 months. And we have a regular, we have like 5 or 6 or 7 different platforms we kind of use every week. One of our favorites is Idioms for Idiots. And if you don't know what an idiom is, I'll explain it to you. We had one a couple weeks ago called Balls to the Walls, and we analyze it as that's not too good if you're in prison, though. And then we have everyday annoyances, things that happen every day that you pay no attention to, like gas is $3.29.9. Really, it's $3.30. Come on, who you bullshitting here? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And things that happen every day that you don't pay attention to.
Annoyances.
Yeah, everyday annoyances. Cashiers not being able to give you the right change, or gas station attendant in New Jersey, we don't pump our own gas, that doesn't want to pump your gas because it's not his pump, that kind of thing. And then we have sports stupidisms, that's we have some people here in New York area that announcers that call games, and we also have a big sports station here, FAN, and they talk about their kids' little league and what they're going to nickname the kids on the little league team at 6 years old. Really? For 20 minutes.
Much to do about nothing about the sport, nothing about the game, nothing about the players, and they pretty much bore the
crap out of you. And then they wonder why you're losing people listening to them, to another station. There's also...
silly shit, and not to be confused with...
Silly putty. That's a shit. We have a shitometer.
That's why we even got a T-shirt now that I just made up. Hopefully Zazzle will approve it, and it's with a shitometer. So, we gauge people's bullshit, and... sometimes they go off the Richter scale.
And Cola's going to make a new toilet with a shitometer. So when you shit, it'll tell you it's dumb shit, crazy shit,
stupid shit,
going down the wrong way,
nutty shit,
shit, whatever.
All sorts of shit.
Yeah. So that's just a shitty segment.
So we got the shit covered, Mike.
Right.
On the East Coast, we're the shits.
Yeah, and there's 15 minutes of shame. That's about some of the stuff that's going on in the political world here in New York. The governor quit because he was sniffing 12 women, and we think maybe some guys too. We don't know.
Yeah, he was sniffing male crack too. Yeah.
And we talk about the Afghanistan pullout, and Joey's father should have pulled out of his mother, and he wouldn't have been here now.
We wouldn't have had these problems now if his father would have pulled out.
Right. He stayed in too long. And then we also have a few other ones.
We've got. Are you smarter than a third grader?
Third grader? Seriously? You're making Jeff Foxworthy look really bad.
Yeah. And we have online dating nightmares. I've been dating off and online for 10 years, and I've had some real nightmare headaches. And I've also had some headaches with some of the dating websites. That there's one in particular that we talked about today that proclaims to have the most marriages of any online dating site. However, when I went on and did a free weekend for them and answered 100 questions, I got an email saying that 25% of the people that answer their questionnaire cannot be matched.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But the owner of this particular website says that they have the most marriages of any singles website. So...
Seriously? Yeah. I mean, how can they prove that? That's the thing. It's like, oh, my gosh.
Question. But if 25% of people who apply can't get matched, and how can you say that you had the most marriages? That's pretty interesting to me. And then there's another one I'm on that they asked me what I prefer, and I put down Caucasian and Asian girls, and they keep sending me matches that are black and Hispanic.
What?
Yeah, you asked the question, I answered it, and you keep sending me the wrong people.
Oh my gosh.
And if you do send me, they have this thing called smart picks. But as you get older, one of the toughest things to do is obviously mileage. If you're far away, you're not going far away, okay? So they send me like 10 matches a day, supposed smart picks, and about 7 of them are over 50 miles away. So if you send me one that's 100 or 150 miles away, that's about a 3.5-hour drive, maybe 3-hour drive here in Jersey, okay? So 3 hours there and 3 hours back, I got enough time to say hello to her and leave and go home.
Hi and goodbye.
Yeah, hi and goodbye. Unless she wants me to sleep over, and I don't think she's doing that on the first time I meet her.
Unless she's loose as a goose, maybe. You know.
If she's loose at the goose, I don't want her.
You know, there's two kinds of girls, Al. There's the kind of girl you bring home the mother, and there's the other girl you bring home the mother's not home. Which one is she?
Or the motel. Or
Motel 6. You leave the light on.
Leave the light on.
Oh, wait a minute. That was for Hooker Harris.
Hooker Harris, that's right.
Yeah.
Hooker Harris.
Yeah, there's a rumor going around. I don't know if you heard it, though. Hooker Harris
is owner of Motel 6.
Yeah, she's part owner now because Willie Brown, downtown
Spent
Willie
so
Brown,
much
the
money.
mayor, spent so much money in the Hotel 6s. They said, we might as well just buy the place, and that way we can keep the lights on all the time.
we always have an extended room.
What's Tom Bodek going to think about that, huh?
Well, anyway, so these are some of the things that we're doing. And we have now we're on Zazzle. We have a bunch of products on Zazzle. We have hats. We have keychains. We have shirts. We have sunglasses, sneakers, shoes,
yeah.
Playing cards. We have a clock, wall clock. We have a watch.
Every week I try to create a product in hope that Zazzle gives me permission to be able to sell it. Because sometimes I'm not politically correct.
Right. And I got banned by Facebook the other day because I called 3 days. I called Biden backwards buffoon Biden and Hooker Harris, and I got banned from Facebook.
Oh my gosh. What's
So
this world coming to? Oh,
yeah, free speech is going away, I guess, somewhere along the line, which we know. I call them Bidenisms. I would say that he banned Dr. Seuss, and now he has nothing to read. Those are the only books that he understood, and he took away the Saturday cartoons. So now when he's eating his cereal in the morning on Saturday, he has nothing to watch.
The only thing he's got left is an Etch-a-Sketch. Remember the old Etch-a-Sketch?
And even that, he doesn't know how to use the dials.
Yeah.
So this is some of the stuff that we bring out in our show. And we are not on YouTube anymore because our first couple of ones, which we showed a lot of political stuff, they took down. And we don't want to be censored. As of June 1st, I know some people don't know this, but YouTube changed its rules, and they now own your stuff if you're on YouTube.
You have no rights to it anymore.
Right. You have no rights to it. They will take down anything they don't like, and if you get a sponsor, they will take the money, and you will get nothing.
Oh my God.
And this is what people are going to rudely be awakened to, Mike. The fact that, your material is no longer your own.
And we don't want our material is all original. It's not scripted. We have a format, basically, but we don't know how it's going to be analyzed, how we're going to analyze it, or what we're going to say. We don't want anybody to take us down or censor us.
No. One of the things, why our chemistry works, Mike, is that each segment, we'll have a segment. For example, Idioms for Idiots, and we'll describe, silly things that people say. And there's like 10 idioms that I'll ask Alan about, and we'll banter back and forth. And as soon as we start going back and forth, our interaction is so dynamic because I don't know what Alan's going to say. And he's a funny guy, as you know. And it gets me laughing.
What do you mean by funny? Am I here for you?
Funny how, yeah. You're here to amuse me, yes.
I'm here to amuse you? What do you mean by amuse you? What do you mean?
You're here to amuse Mike, too, and Mike's listeners. So we don't know what we're going to say, and we go back and forth. And next thing you know, like 12, 13 minutes later, we got our segment, and we'll look back at it and say, wow, this was vintage because it's priceless. Like when you had days of live radio, the great thing was, you never knew what anybody was going to say. Never knew what it was going to say. And it was so dynamic when it was said. And you say, gee, I'm glad that wasn't scripted. Because when you script stuff, it never comes out as funny as you'd like it to be.
We had a conversation on the subway coming to this office that we're using. And we had like a 5-minute segment right there, just from a conversation. It came up. He said something. I don't even remember what you said, but it led me into a joke that I forgot about that I heard 20 years ago.
And that's what happens. We kind of draw things out. I mean, we were in Penn Station the other day, and we were cracking up because how many guys does it take to screw in a light bulb?
6.
6, and they were union workers, right?
Right.
So I said to the guy, right, who was supervising on the ground while these guys are on the ladder.
2 on the ladder, 2 on the ground, 2 watching.
I turned around to the guy who was the supervisor. By the way, you guys union?
And they said, yeah.
So I said, figures, you know.
Figures, yeah.
So I handed them a card, like, here's the card to our show. You guys need to see our show. Then we walked down about maybe 20 feet from there, and there was
putting a camera up.
One guy putting the camera and 2 guys supervising on the ground looking up. Oh, yeah, you got that right. You know, so, and they were union as well. So we're cracking up. We saw 9 guys, enough to field the baseball team, you know, to go against the New York Yankees.
Putting up a baluster and a light and a camera, 2 different areas. So 9 guys.
It's like the old joke, you know, how many guys does it take to screw in a light bulb? You know, like 1 to screw in a ladder and 2 to turn the ladder. You know,
right.
You crack up. It's like, you know, how many people do you really need? So you wonder why this country is screwed up. You look at, you know, what's going on, and we make fun of what we see, and we just say what we see, and we're observations. Alan's one of the best observational comics that I've ever come across. I'm topical more than observational, but
between the 2 of us, we come across well. We accentuate the positive, and we bring out the negative. If people are doing something, you know, we have to put you in the 15 minutes of shame segment, you know, and that's kind of what we do. And Mike, I don't know if you saw this, but the other day, the General McKenzie of the U.S. Army, he's in charge of Afghanistan. He went on TV the other day and said, he had like a 10-minute interview on TV, and he said, we pulled everybody out of Afghanistan. And then a half hour later, he said something about, except for the 10,000 people that couldn't make it to the airport.
Oh, my God.
So whether they're interpreters or contractors, but there are people who the Americans should have took out.
And they
didn't. And they can't get to the airport. And they're probably never going to get to the airport. Matter of fact, a lot of private people and private companies are trying to get them out because they cannot get to the airport.
Oh, my gosh. That is a sad situation. I mean, reading about that, oh, my God.
That are not being reported by the
It was
media.
on the Newsmax, but it wasn't anywhere else.
And you won't hear it. And the president himself, he doesn't
want to answer any questions.
He's dodging it. He's not answering any questions. And
he's trying to blame Trump.
How do you blame Trump? I mean, I had a guy yesterday, Mike, tell me, oh, well, it's all Trump's fault. I said, Trump. I said, he's been out of the office over 6 months now. How do you blame the man now? 8 months.
Almost a year.
You know, almost a year now, and you're still going to play the blame game? You know, you guys are demons when it comes to, like, caring about people. You know, I think about the troops. You know, these guys, they want to protect and serve. How do you protect and serve when your leaders at the top, you know, like, do this, you know, to the troops? I mean, they should send their kids first to war, and, you know, before the kids go, because here they go and, you know, die for the country. You know, how do you send troops into a country, right? You don't speak the language. You can't interact with them and expect these people to be friendly with you and not hostile. It's impossible.
Well, Trump had a plan to pull out, okay, but his plan was get all the Americans out and get all our equipment out and get all our military out and then give them the country.
See, Biden's interpretation of that was, you know, after you get laid, pull it out there so that way you don't leave any children behind.
Or anything else behind either. So, you know, but we pick on this stuff and we see it every day and we talk about it. You know, we talk about everything that happens every day here. You know, like in New Jersey, New Jersey Transit. This just happened a couple weeks ago after one of our shows that New Jersey Transit makes you wear a mask. That's the law. That's the federal mandated law. You have to wear a mask on the train. Mm-hmm. So I get on the train to go home after one of our shows, and there's an Indian gentleman in front of me in Indian garb, all dressed in Indian garb, and he actually had a skull cap on. I have no idea. I've never seen an Indian person dressed like that before. And he's wearing no mask, and he takes his shoes and socks off. And nobody says a word to him.
Oh, my gosh.
Not a word.
That's because of his funky feet.
Well, I don't know.
Wow.
Might have been spunky feet.
Maybe he's happy feet, you know?
I don't know. Could be spunky and hunky. You never know. But anyway, and the conductors walk by him and don't say a word to him. Not a word. But everybody else had to have a mask on.
It's a double standard here. It's kind of crazy.
That's like profiling, isn't it?
It is profiling.
Yeah. Profiling and styling, right? Like
Styling
Ric Flair.
and profiling.
Like Ric Flair, styling and profiling. Right?
And the possible beatdown coming next.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're getting beat down here, Mike.
The big boss man's going to beat you down.
We're getting the big beat down with the masks here and the unbelievable restrictions that we're dealing with here. I mean, now they want to have, as of the 13th of September, where it's mandatory that wherever you go, indoor seating, restaurants, bars, whatever, that you have to have vaccinated, you have to have the card. I mean, who's going to police all this stuff? It's just amazing, just the hoops that you have to jump through just in order to go inside to eat. God forbid if you ate outside, because this is urine town. Everywhere you go, it smells like urine or crap. So who's going to go to an outdoor
There's bums
eatery?
everywhere in New York City.
Yeah, matter of fact, they opened up a new store here called Bums Are Us. You know,
Bums Are Us. Free wine at McDonald's. Only on Tuesdays.
It's crazy here. I mean, you know, the other day I saw a police officer. I said, "Officer, how many people are in New York?" He said, "It's either 14 or 16 million." I said, "Really?" He's smoking a cigar. I said, "By the way, I'll tell you what. I got a whistle. I bet you if I blow that whistle, it's like 14 million." You know? I just yell immigration.
Immigration.
I just yell immigration.
We got 2 million. Yell immigration. We got 2 million.
I mean, not that I have anything against foreigners, but I think when they come here, especially when they get a job as a cab driver, they should learn
English.
Learn English. I mean, you look at their names, like 27 letters, you know, and all consonants. I mean, you say, buddy, I told you to turn here, you know. So now I know why they call people assholes, because these guys, you know, you can't mention, you know.
They call everybody friend, though.
Friend, yeah.
Everybody's their friend because they don't know your name.
Yeah, but the sad thing is here in New York, I mean, like, we are in a third world state.
We're in a third world state, that's right.
You look around and you say to yourself, gee, you know, did I just turn the corner and I'm in Mexico?
Oh, my God.
Or India?
Oh, it's just amazing here what we're dealing with.
And nobody speaks English.
Nobody speaks English, and you can't get directions from anybody. You can't get any help. God forbid. Alan was talking to someone the other day. It was funny because we're going down the stairs and coming to the office here in our underground bunker. Actually, above ground bunker. This one's above ground. The other one was underground. And there's a guy coming down the stairs, and he's got his T-shirt over his head because he doesn't have a mask. So Alan makes the mistake, I'll say, of saying to the guy, "Oh, by the way, where's your mask?" So what does the guy say next, Alan?
What the fuck do you care? And I said, "Well, I'm a cop." He says, "Well, if you're a cop, arrest me then." I said, I'm not a New York cop. I can't do nothing to you.
And he said, "If you're a cop, fuck you."
Yeah, he did say that. Well, I was being nice.
So I'm looking at the guy. I'm saying, "Alan, you know, bad move. You know, you should have just let him go without his mask. Let a cop just stop him, whatever."
How about what happened today? Coming here.
I tell him about that.
We get off the train to come here, and there's a woman, and she can't speak English, and she's trying to tell us she's trying to go to the Bronx, but she's going to Brooklyn. She's going the wrong way. She came from uptown because we saw her on a train with us.
Now we're downtown now.
We're downtown. We're all the way downtown New York.
And she wants to go all the way up.
She's trying to say, "I'm trying to get to the Bronx," and we're like, "What?" "I'm trying to get to the Bronx."
Now, she was Spanish. She was a Dominican, which doesn't make a difference, but she didn't really speak enough English. We're on this elevator, Mike, and the elevator says mezzanine, like
and we said that's as far as it goes. She goes, "Well, I got to go up farther." She said, "No, that's as far as the elevator goes."
So I'm trying to explain to her, no.
This is it.
This is it. So we got off the next level at the top level. I said, "I suggest you get off here."
Right.
I said, because you're going to get stuck here because you can't go any further. And I'm showing her and Alan, you know, here's the end of this elevator.
Right.
You can see the top of it, the top of the shaft there.
Right.
And now she gets it.
And she gets off.
And then she goes off.
And she says, "I'm trying to get to the Bronx." We're like, "What?"
Well, now
I'm trying to get to the Bronx.
She's got to go all the way through Manhattan to go back to the Bronx. And she's all the way downtown at the foot of Manhattan.
Almost to Brooklyn.
Oh, my God.
The other way.
So luckily,
we figured it out that she wanted to go to the Bronx, and we said, "Listen, what you did was you took the train the wrong way. She got on with us on 34th Street.
34th Street, right, yeah.
And she came down with us, and we said, "Listen, you went the wrong way on the train."
Oops.
So we said, "You got to go downstairs and pick up this train and go all the way uptown into the Bronx." And she thanked us, but she didn't speak English that well.
So right now she's probably got lost again and somewhere in New Jersey as we speak.
Who knows? If she got over 34th Street, if she stayed on a train that we sent her to, she made it to the Bronx probably.
But here's the sad thing. I mean,
she didn't speak English at all.
You can't get any help here. You go to a store, they get your order wrong all the time.
Right.
I went to a place the other night to eat, and I got poisoned. And I had their little pan pizza. I'm saying, how could the pan pizza almost kill me?
Because the pan was bad.
I'm telling you, then the next time.
Whether the pizza was the pan.
And then the next time, I said, let me go ahead and just maybe have some French fries. They got me sick, So finally, I'm saying, man, are these people that are serving me the food wearing gloves, or did they wash their hands?
They probably spit on it.
They probably did spit on it, yeah. But it's just a shame that who's checking who? Nobody's checking anything.
Mike, my best friend's father passed away last Friday.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so he was 93, and he was a good guy, and he lived a full life. But anyway, so Monday I call up, and through the obituary site, I order through 1-800-Flowers. He's kosher, so he wants everything kosher. Food everything has to be kosher. So I order this fruit basket that's kosher, and I pay a little extra because it's kosher. I understand that. It's no big deal. Mm-hmm. Okay, the price isn't the question. So they tell me if it's not ordered by 2:00, it'll be delivered the next day. So I call at 4:00. I wanted to make sure this is what they wanted. So they said, yeah, that's fine. So I ordered around 4:00. And yesterday, I just said, let me just check the order. So they charged me $26 for express delivery.
What?
However, when I checked the order, they told me it wasn't coming until Thursday.
Oh, my God.
So
much for express.
Yeah, so I got on the phone yesterday, and I felt sorry for the girl. I blasted this girl on the phone. I said, that's customer service? I paid $26 for express service to get it 3 days later? Really?
Oh, my God.
So I just found out, as right before you called us, we got a call from them saying that they got it today.
Oh, no.
And they gave me the $26 back.
But if you didn't complain...
If I didn't complain, they wouldn't have gotten it until tomorrow.
Which means that the squeaky wheel gets greased.
Unbelievable. And it's not the first time that I've dealt with one. And so I asked the girl, what was the mix-up here? Because it was supposed to be there yesterday. And she said, well, when you order online, the online and the phone orders are not intertwined. I said, what does that have to do with it? What does that got to do with it?
Excuses.
If it's ordered, it's ordered. What's the difference? And she couldn't really answer me, and she was apologizing up and down. I understand. I said, listen, this is for somebody, I'm trying to pay my respects for somebody who passed away. I said, and they won't need it Thursday. They'll take it, but I mean, I wanted it for today so they could have it for today, yesterday actually, and of course, because I guess I squealed a little bit, they expedited the freaking thing, but they did give me back the $26 today. This morning I noticed.
I mean, there's a difference between urgent and important.
Jesus. Express delivery, $26, and you're getting it 3 days later? That's not express to me, in my opinion.
That's messed up.
And it had to do, and I'm going to say the name of the company because I'm not too happy. This is the second time in the last 3 years that they screwed up on me. And it's 1-800-Flowers, actually. So I'm not too happy with them right now.
Remind me not to call.
Right, and I actually gave them a bad review online. So,
well, it's customer service is the interruption of their time and not the reason for their time.
Customer service has gone out the window no matter what you do and what you can't get anybody on the phone. The electric company, the phone company, even unemployment in New Jersey, you can't get them on the phone. It's just ridiculous. 2-3 hours. Come on, people can't sit on the phone all day. It can't happen.
Or today, for that matter, Mike, we decided that we had to get something to eat before we were going to come do our show.
Right.
So we go into a McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's.
Right, I don't eat McDonald's that often either.
We go in there, and they have these little kiosks
now
where you can, type in your information as to what you're going to eat. And I'm a pretty good computer guy, I think. I couldn't figure out the freaking kiosk. And I said, Alan, I got to go to the counter and order. I said, because by the time I get this figured out, it'll be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like crazy. So here it is. They've got it where this automation is going too far.
And then I go to the counter before him, and I order a chicken sandwich with cheese and French fries and a soda, and she charges me for an orange drink, an orange juice. And I
What?
see the bill. I'm like, this is not what I ordered, lady. She goes, oh, what'd you order? I said, a chicken sandwich with cheese, and she charged me extra $1 for the cheese. Thank you very much. And fries. It was a meal. And I said, I didn't say orange juice. I said orange drink. So she had to wait for somebody to open up the register so she could give me back $1 for the juice.
It's just amazing that, people are given 2 ears to hear.
But they don't hear.
If they don't hear a damn thing they hear what they have what I call selective hearing. They only hear what they want to hear.
And they CRS, they can't remember shit. Mike, I order, when I go out to dinner a lot, I'm not a drinker, and once in a while I'll have a beer, but I don't drink that. And I get iced tea unsweetened with no lemon. And I can guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, I get a lemon in my iced tea.
A lot of times they're lazy.
Well, you know what it is? They assume that everybody likes lemon. Okay, and I don't like lemon in my iced tea. I like a plain iced tea unsweetened. So 9 times out of 10, and I can almost track it, I will get a lemon in my iced tea.
I always say it, that they're to the point now that special orders upset them. It's
right. Right.
No, you can't have it your way. Well, that's your slogan.
Well, listen, McDonald's gets pissed off at me. I don't go that often. But when I go, I say I want the cheese melted. They look at me like I'm freaking nuts. When you make a grill on your own, a cheeseburger, don't you melt the cheese? But McDonald's has found a way where they just slap it on a hot hamburger. Throw the cold cheese on a hot hamburger. What the hell? Nobody will say anything about it.
It's almost like they're insulting you. Why don't you just smack me in the forehead with the cheese? Why don't you?
Yeah. Or on the butt.
Or blowtorch.
It might melt a little quicker.
You look at this stuff and you go, gee, are you guys really serious? Is this your customer service?
Now, this is stuff that we pick up on, that I pick up on, and of course I always tell Stef about it. As soon as something happens.
Next thing you know, I'm walking around during the course of my day,
looking at the same stuff.
I'm looking at stuff and I'm writing stuff down. It's just, man, I'm hooked now. All this,
observation stuff.
Utter BS. And that's why our show is the BS show, and why it works is because our observations are on point. There's a lot of bullshit going on.
Right. People that you don't pay attention to every day that happens to you. Like, here's an example. Last week I told a story on our show. This is a true story, Mike. We don't pump gas in Jersey. We always have attendants. So I pull up to this gas station, and I see, and it doesn't matter whether he was black or white, it doesn't matter. I see this black guy walking away from my car, and he works there. And I said, could you pump my gas? And he says, see the guy sitting under the tree? It was a hot day. The guy under the tree, that's his pump. I can't pump your gas.
Jeez.
Really? You saw me pull up. And you were right, really 10 feet from my car. Not even.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
But you come pump my gas because the guy who's in charge of that pump was sitting under a tree, and I waited another 5 minutes for him to come out from underneath the tree because it was a hot day that day.
You would think that you have attendants pumping your gas that you get better service.
Supposedly.
But apparently not in New Jersey.
No.
That's because of Phil
Clueless Murphy.
Yeah, the governor of New Jersey, he looks like Jack Nicholson from One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Don't insult Jack Nicholson. Don't insult Jack Nicholson.
I like Jack Nicholson.
Well, don't insult him because he don't look nothing like him. I don't think he's not as smart as him either, and doesn't have. Well, he might have as much money, but he's
got a villa in Italy.
He's got a villa in Italy. Yeah.
Why does he have a villa in Italy? Of all places, it's interesting.
And he's Irish.
Yeah, that's what I don't figure. Well, he must have got it at night when he was drunk and he just bought it. He closed the deal, didn't realize it was Italy.
They thought it was Greece.
It was an island or something. Yeah.
Thought it was Ireland.
Or he thought it was Los Angeles.
He didn't know the geography. He thought it was Ireland. Thought it was Ireland.
Well, hopefully, he's out there now. He figures out to live somewhere else, not come back. And maybe he'll get lucky. He doesn't come back to the
This
States.
guy has
no clue.
He doesn't have a clue. He raised the taxes. He raised the tolls in New Jersey when half the state was out of work. And he's raised the gas tax. And now he wants to repeal the gas tax because he's up for election in November.
What about him with the Afghanistan people, the refugees? He wants to bring them all in?
He brought 20,000 people to Fort Dix already.
Imagine that.
And we got homeless people. We got veterans that are homeless and all kinds of shit going on. You're worried about the Afghans, really? Come on.
I don't know. I can't even go into a fast food eatery without people walking up behind us, tapping us on the shoulder, asking us for money.
Matter of fact, I went for soda while we were waiting for you to come, Mike, on the show, for you to call us.
I was going to say, I would have given you like $26. I would give you some, but I didn't have it. I was afraid 1-800-Flowers would have took it from me.
Right. Well, here's the thing. While we were waiting for you, I went out and got 2 sodas at a CVS over here. And in front of the store, right in front of the door, is a guy begging for money. Now, inside the vestibule leading to the store is a New York police officer. And I tell him, there's a guy right outside the door here asking people for money. And he goes, well, he's allowed to do that. Really?
But he's not.
He's not allowed to do that. Really? The guy can beg anybody walking into the store or walking out of the store for money? And you don't want to do nothing about it?
Plus, when you're on the train, Mike,
everybody's asking for money.
Everybody's asking for money. They have all announcements, sleeping in the train cars. I mean, you say to yourself, who's minding the store? Who's paying attention? And when you want a police officer or even
can't find one.
You can't find one. You know, I saw 2 the other day giving some guy a ticket on the platform. I'm saying, man, with all the crime going on, you're going to give this young guy a ticket. And the officer, he's wearing a baseball top. He takes his shirt, he lifts it up so you could see his holster, his gun.
Of course.
Takes his shield out, and he's sauntering around. He's got pushing his chest out like
I'm hot stuff.
I'm hot stuff.
King Kong.
You know, I just looked at the guy like, come on, man, you're writing an $85 ticket.
King Kong with no ding dong.
You know, it's just, I mean, it's ridiculous. So I was coming past this, coming out of the train station. I got my cart with me, and there's 3 cops there with a table, and they want to inspect people's backpacks, their bags, and their packages. Now, I got this big travel bag with me. I said, I don't want to get stopped by these cops. So I walked to the table. I did a 3-minute comedy routine, give all 3 of them my card, walked past them, bang, zoom. I got past them, never opened up my bag, showed them shit.
Oh, my gosh.
Last week coming to this office, there was a guy sleeping on the subway, out like a light, man. Out like a light. And he must have been there all day. Who knows? He was just riding the cars back and forth, the subway, and just laying there.
Because you can ride a subway, Mike. You can spend all day, all night on the subway and never have to get off the trains because it goes one in and back. 2 hours to get to the top of the line, 2 hours to get back. So this guy can ride it 4 or 5 times, and all he's got to do is like piss between the cars or dump between the cars when it's time to get off. And the poor people have to clean the train, and nobody says anything. I'm like, wait a minute, take that person, take him off the train, get him help. I was giving a homeless guy money, and 2 Amtrak police officers said to me, got in my face and said, don't give him any money.
Jeez.
I said, the guy's hungry. He said he wants something to eat. He's only going to use that for crack. I said, $1? I said, what the hell can he get crack for $1? I said, for $1, the only crack he's going to get is if he sniffs his own ass.
Or a cracker.
Or a dog's ass.
So at that point, the officer said to me, he says, come over here. And there was like a little stanchion there. You go through there, now you're on the Amtrak property. If you stay on the other side of it, you're on the city street. I'm not going in there. He said, what's your name? I said, you're on a need-to-know basis. You don't need to know.
Right.
I said, but I'll be honest with you. I said, next guy I see, I'm going to give him money too. Do you have a problem with that too? He looked at me. I said, because you guys are here to protect and serve, not to stop, profile, harass. He looked at me. I said, I got to go. I said, why don't you just kiss my ass? And I walked up the street, and a friend said to me, he goes, are these cops, that insensitive? I said, yeah, they are. I mean, it's just a shame that the people need help. They don't want to help them, but yet this is your job. It's not my job. And I said to the officer, I said, look, I'm sorry you feel this way, but this is your job. If you don't like what you do, get into another profession. You're here to help the people. You're public service, you're a public servant, and you're there because the people pay your salary. And I don't think they get that. They want to saunter around, they want to beat their chest, and they want to show their authority. To me, it shows ignorance, arrogance, and it starts at the top. We got a mayor and a governor, which Alan can talk about, that, Neither one of them are playing with a full deck. I think they're
The
playing.
mayor is de Blasio. I call him the jerk. And Cuomo the homo just left on his own.
Yeah, well, Cuomo the homo.
We don't want to pick on gay guys.
But we have to. I mean, because, he just got in trouble for groping. How many women he groped?
12 and a couple of guys we don't know about yet.
Well, the guys didn't come forward yet because there's still the antibiotics is, from the pain in their ass getting hit in the ass by him.
Still hurt.
Still hurting.
So
it's like getting a booster shot. So, he gave these guys a booster shot. So they'll be coming forward next.
They're on amoxicillin now.
Oh, my gosh. You guys are something as well, too. We'd love to have you guys back on as well, too. And once again, where can we find your show at?
Well,
Stef.
Well, you can find us for video on bitshoot.com. And on podcasts, we're on at least 4 or 5 platforms that I'll cite now. Amazon Music, Spotify, Stitcher, Red Circle, and our own personal site.
Son of a bitcher!
Oh, you guys are amazing. We'd love to have you back. We can talk more politics, baseball, football, whatever it is. Stefan the G-Man, the BS Show, and the Mike Wagner Show. Guys, are very big. Thank you for your time. You're absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having soon. We're powered by Sonic Web Studios, also brought to you by our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson Zia Missing, and also Picture This Full Books. Remembering is a key ingredient. Guys, are very big. Thank you for your time, and absolutely fantastic. We got to do this again.
All right, thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.